Good evening, everybody. I hope I'm audible and I'm clear. Let me share my screen. I have made some quick PPTs as well as I'm not going to talk much. Instead, it will be demos for you that I have ready. And I'll try to clear all the jargons that we have around blockchain in this allotted duration. It's going to be very interesting. I assure you that you will definitely enjoy this session. And in case you have any questions, you can always post it in the chat. I'll answer that at the end of the session. I hope you can see the screen and it's pretty clear and visible for you. Right. Let's get into the session right away. Okay. So blockchain is something that really has a lot of focus and the possibilities are really infinite. That's why I chose the topic as blockchain, the infinite possibilities. And you could see that in the left-hand side corner that the healthcare, the aeronautics, real estate, automobiles, everything can be covered. I'll show you a couple of examples as well as in how do we do that. And before that, we need to understand where exactly it started. It started in 1991, if you take it right, and it's on digital timestamps because there were some sort of fraudulent activities with respect to changing the date of registrations for property and all those stuff. So what has happened is finally they have decided to go ahead with some techniques and mechanisms which can help in not changing the digital timestamps, not changing the date, not changing the time of registration. There is where it started. And we all know how it went to Bitcoins in 1999 by Satoshi Nakamoto. So it all started there. It was literally to stop some sort of malicious activity, some sort of fraudulent activity. People wanted to do something very strong, and that's how it started. And there is where we are right now. So we are building, we are devising a lot of techniques, and blockchain is one of them, with which we can develop multiple applications for different sectors. This is a distributed ledger. As you can see, this is a distributed ledger. Well, it has got something into it where you can see it has got the data. You can see that this block has got data. It has got the hash. It has got the hash of previous one. This is essentially the block. Each block will have data and each block will have hash for itself. It's like my own hash. It's my identity. It's very, very unique. And then I go to previous hash as well. I have got hash for the previous block which is connected to me. What I mean is very simple. If you see, the data essentially can be anything. Like when I take Bitcoin example, the data could be like you can have the data about from whom it is coming, to whom it is going, what is the amount that has to be transferred. This could be the data. And when you come to the next part, that is the hash. I have hash for my own self. I've got the hash for my own self, which means that that will be the identity for me, and that's very unique. I also have the hash of the previous block. You can see that I'm differentiating them with the color of the fingerprint here. So I have the hash of the previous block, which is also known to me, which is also connected to me. So essentially, what happens is very simple. I have got the first block, which is connected to the second block, which is then connected to the third block. And if you see closely, the hash of first block is available here, 1Z8F. The hash of the second block is available 6BQ1. But previous hash block is 1Z8F, which is connected. Now these two are connected. Now if you see the third block, the hash is 3H4Q. At the same time, the previous hash is, it should be Q1. Actually, it should be Q1. These two are connected. Now, if you see correctly, this is all perfect. This is perfect. Now, what will happen is the first block will not have any previous block, right? So it is called a special block. It is called a Genesis block, and it has no hash. In fact, it will be a default hash, like 0000. And that's an example that we can have. Now, in case why it is so secure, why it is so appreciated, why it is very much appreciated, and why we rely on blockchain for all secure transactions, and why we suggest it so. If we want to change something, it will immediately reflect in the hash. So if I add, if I want to modify anything, the connect obviously gets cut. Also, I cannot just take that add because I have the point of consensus. So I'm going to show you that as well. I got a new block. Now this new block has to be added to the blockchain. It needs all the members, all the people in the blockchain to be appreciating it and approving it. Now it has to come here. It has to come there. It's to come here. It's to come here as well. So what is it called? It is called consensus. Only when they agree to this block's inclusion, then it will be added. Otherwise, you cannot add that. Now I have to remove it, all the people will know. I have to add something, everybody will know. So what happens? The transparency. The transparency is improved by percentage, super percentage, in fact, and nobody can cheat here. I mean, I cannot change the data just like that without having everybody else know. So it's distributed ledger, it's transparent, it's also consensus, which is going to play a major role. The vital role, the term that defines blockchain is the consensus. It's very, very important, and you cannot just like that go hack it and then. I mean, if you want to add something without anybody else's permission, you need to hold control of more than 50% blocks, which is practically might not be possible. So it is safe. Well, having talked about the introduction of what is blockchain and what is consensus, that's called proof of concept technically. We need to get into the case studies, otherwise it will be boring. Now I'm going to show you some very interesting case study which I have built. I'm a hackathon enthusiast, so I have participated at least about 100 hackathons and I won about 70, including Harvard. So I'm going to show you some of the case studies that I have built, some of the products that I have built with blockchain as the major component, and they are very interesting. That will be certainly interesting for you, I believe. And I'm going to show you that one after another. Stay tuned. And the demos will be real time.
People do not prefer public transport because of many reasons, and they are listed one after another right now. First, unprecedented breakdown. We have seen this in our roads every day. So many government buses could be standing in the sides of the road because of the breakdown. Second, very bad vehicle conditions. The vehicles are never monitored, no quality check, nothing. And the moment you get into the bus, at times we have seen the reports and the news that the bus's windows have broken out and it has pulled people out. The footsteps have broken out and it has caused accidents. So threat to life is always there. And general public always have a feel that going in government buses might cause some damages, some threat to the life. If they have an alternative, they always prefer it. So we are here to analyze and to provide a solution to avoid this threat and to increase the usage of the government services. The impact is huge. In Tamil Nadu, it is 16,400 crores loss reported last year. 2,050 crores loss in Karnataka, 4,000 crores loss in Telangana, 900 crores loss in Kerala. Overall in India, it is 80,000 crore loss because of the loss incurred in the public transport. People are not using public transport and they are not being utilized properly. So it gives us a loss of somewhere close to 80,000 crores. So we need a solution for this, and this is our architecture and the solution that we are providing. We are going to monitor the braking condition, the engine information, the tire condition, and all the health information of the bus real time along with the driver details, and we are going to provide this information through blockchain support to the end user. The end user is nothing but you and me, and we can now see the stats of the bus and we will get a confidence as in, are we traveling safe? Yes, we are providing a solution to travel the health of the bus or any government vehicle through blockchain, and this is 100% foolproof. The concept is basically integrated vehicle health management system, and this is supported now with blockchain, and there is where our novelty comes in. Now this is our architecture. We acquire the data from the bus through the sensors. The sensor data goes into the blockchain, and through this we can do predictive maintenance. The health status can be monitored and updated to the drivers, and safety measures can be taken. The passengers, most importantly, will gain a confidence as in, are they traveling in a bus which is safe for them to reach the destination. So all these are done real time. Now we are novel in our approach through first one, the real time monitoring. Second, transparency. We use this term quite often. Accidental missing, accidental deletion of data, accidental mistake. Now with blockchain it won't happen, because when you want to make a change, it can never be accidental. It will be monitored by everybody. There is transactional nature coming in into picture, and everyone will monitor it, and most importantly it will be very open. And most important point is it is secure. Economically also it is not expensive and it is viable. So how our product works is very simple. We will give an app for every end user. Every passenger gets an Android app or an iOS app. Just install that app and open it. You can enter the bus number if you know the bus number, the registration number. If not, every bus will have a QR code, and we can paste this QR code in the buses and also in the bus stand if you want. Just scan the QR code. You will get the complete history of the bus right as what you are getting here. The air pressure, the vehicle number, the make, overall condition, everything will be immediately presented to you. And this comes through the blockchain. We acquire the data from the blockchain and we present it here into the app. So this is non-tamperable, and that's the most important point that you should understand. Friends, we are going to show you the demo of how our product really works. First, we'll go with our Android app where the end user can check the status of any government buses. Now see that we are launching the app right now in front of you. Are you traveling safe is the first message we give you there. Type the number, the registration number of the bus if you know. The moment you type it, you will get the complete details of the bus condition, fuel level, air pressure, vehicle number, make, overall condition, everything presented to you very clearly. So you will get a confidence as in, can you travel in this bus or not? Now, I do not know the number of the bus, so what do? Every bus will carry a QR code. Scan it with our app and you will get the complete details available in front of you just as you are seeing it right now. And all these information are coming from the blockchain. There is where our novelty lies. The complete data is coming through blockchain and the sensors feed all these data to the blockchain. And so nobody can say that accidentally the data has been altered, accidentally the data has been deleted, we missed it by human errors. All these things will never happen henceforth. All this maintenance, tracking the vehicle's condition, everything will be perfect. You see the blockchain implementation right here. The participants are all clearly mentioned here. Vehicle is the asset, followed by the complete information of the vehicle, including the kilometer driven, tire pressure, etc. is mentioned. Now you go into the logic file where the complete details are again defined clearly. Tire pressure, oil status, fuel status, all these are defined here clearly, and this is the simplest UI that we have designed right now for understanding purpose. Now we have used the Hyperledger Composer and the admin has got the complete rights here and driver is a participant as you can see here, and what we are going to see now is we are going to use the get post methods for the vehicles and all the driver IDs are also available, and you can see the vehicle status can be tracked easily real time, and most importantly you can track any vehicle status being an administrator, and the end user will get to see this in the app by typing the exact vehicle number or by scanning the QR code, and you can track the specific vehicle or you can track all the vehicles if you want to track as an administrator. You are doing that right now in front of you. The vehicle number is being typed TN99A1111. Try it out when I gave. I got the complete details real time. You can see that it is a make by Hero. All the details are presented and pretty much it was complete. Now, what are we going to see is very simple. The complete information about all the vehicles that are being included in the system is presented. The make, the kilometers driven, insurance validity, tire pressure, oil status, last service date, fuel status, and finally the remarks of the vehicle. All these makes it very comprehensive. And who are all the participants? Obviously, the drivers are the most important participant and their license status is also tracked, and their remarks, is a driver a good one or a bad one, or he has got some feedback, or he has got something, some bad remarks in the past. All these are tracked and all these things come really up to date, and this is all highly real time. The vehicle status is also available here and the remarks about the vehicle, is it good to go or not. And the transactions are summarized here as vehicle, insurance validity, the transaction ID, timestamp, everything is collected real time and you get all these detail here. The vehicle, driver detail, kilometer traveled, all these are the most important things that one would like to know when they travel. Now, we use Node-RED as a mediator or the connector or the interface. The generation of the data happens at sensor and it has to go to blockchain, and we use Node-RED. That's the most efficient method for getting everything smooth. That's what you are seeing right now, and all this implementation have been done from the scratch by our team. And the entire setup will be running with the blockchain in the backend, while the end user will not feel any of these complexities or will not understand any of this stuff, and they will have a very simple Android app what we have shown. You can see that we are running our Python script for getting everything enabled with Node-RED as well. And overall, I can summarize you like this. We have an app. You go ahead and type the vehicle number, get the statistics of the vehicle, get the status of the vehicle. And if you do not have the vehicle number, you can as well just scan the QR code available in every bus, get the data. We use blockchain and that's perfect solution for it, we believe. Now, We provide you 100% real-time update. The data is stored in blockchain, so no tampering possible, and the data can be fetched by anybody. So it becomes highly open and available for anyone. So we believe that our solution will urge and motivate users to use the public transport more. Also, our solution reduces the risks involved in traveling in substandard vehicles. And thank you very much for.
Right. If you see that closely, it's a very simple application. We got the data from the vehicle, and that can be done through OBD. OBD is onboard diagnostics, and that's available from the range of say 300 rupees. I have picked the name of the sensor, OBD. That's like a small microcontroller unit which you can plug in into any car. From Maruti 800 till Audi, whatever car you go for, you will have the slot for OBD below the steering, and you can collect data from it. And there are multiple apps available which can get you the data from the OBD into your mobile phone as well. Try it out whenever you have time. ELM is one of the simplest of OBDs that anybody can go ahead and start using it. I'll tell you one of the simplest applications, that another application that we have developed with the same IVHM concept. IVHM is Integrated Vehicle Health Management. If you check the aeronautics, I mean the aeroplane sector or the flying market, your flight has to be maintained after a certain amount of kilometers that it has flown, and after a number of years that it has been used. So it is called TTL, Total Technical Life. The technical term is Total Technical Life. Most of the companies might not do that because of the cost that is incurred towards the maintenance, and they use blockchain now for avoiding that ruckus, because when you get the data from the flight into the blockchain, once that particular value is reached, they cannot avoid the maintenance process, and they cannot postpone it any further. So it's going to be very interesting, as well as a very important resolution that can really change the way the safety is connected to the air travel. If somebody tells you that you are 90% safe when you fly, you will never fly. So same is the case here. So the safety related applications can all have blockchain as the paramount component. And the next one which I'm going to talk about is yet another example that you will definitely love. Most of you would have felt it also. You could have definitely seen this particular scenario that I'm going to talk about. Let me quickly share the PPT that I have ready for this particular case. So what is it? It's very simple. I have purchased many items in Flipkart as well as in Amazon, as you all know, and you all would be doing that as well. During pandemic, that was the only option for us also. So what happens is, some of the times we could have felt that our baggages is opened, and baggages are opened and they are sometimes replaced, sometimes they are stolen, sometimes we get stone. I ordered a G-Shock watch sometime back, and what I got was a stone. So it was a great shock. So the delivery related issues are there, tracking related issues are there, auditing is a major issue, and natural disasters, cyber attacks, theft, everything is there with respect to shipping industry. So what can we do, and how do we identify who is responsible for that damage or loss? That's a major issue that we are trying to address in the industries. Like when you go to Amazon or Flipkart, if you ask them, the major problem that you face after you losing the component is you will have to wait for another 15-20 days to get your refund, and you will also have to they will not have any idea about who has taken it. So you'll be kind of questioned about it. They'll come and check. It will be like you are taking it and you are keeping it inside, and that will actually be a very unpleasant situation for you. So there came an idea of including blockchain into this entire setup, and I'm going to show you how exactly it can help. It will be another few minutes time frame that I need from you to watch the demo, and it will be very helpful as well. These kind of applications will let you know that these are all the places where we have opportunities. The opportunities are really plenty when it comes to
Hello.
blockchain, and I'm going to show you such a simple demo where you can understand how exactly blockchain can play a vital role in terms of shipping industry as well. This is not only for shipping industry, this can be moved to many other industries, including healthcare, as I told you, real estate, the patta, chitta documents, whatever we have, all those are forged these days. Definitely people are forging, and it's going to be very tough for the owner to really track everything. But when you move that data into blockchain, and if the registrar is approving everything, only after getting the concurrence from the blockchain data, it's going to be simply superb and nobody can see. So that's what we are trying to move to. And now I'm going to show you a simple flow where blockchain can play a literal vital role in terms of you not losing your shipment. And we will also understand in which stage, okay, is it from shipment to carrier section, is there a loss, or where to where, or in the last mile delivery, where is it affected, including return and replacement, everything and every piece of information can go into blockchain. and it's like a beautiful option for all of us. I'm going to show you the quick demo. It will not take a lot of time, maybe around 10 minutes is what I need with that, and after that I'll take up your questions. And there is one more case that I'm working on right now. I'll tell you that before I play this demo. You know that in India we have encouraged the organ donation like anything, and we have got a lot of blood donors right now coming forward, thanks to all the media, thanks to all the positive news spread about this donation and stuff, and it really is very good. But are they placed right? There is a strong question on that. The organ donation does not go in the way we want. It goes not with respect to the people who have registered in order. It goes to influential people. So how do you avoid it? Simple. When you register for organ, you need to go into blockchain, put the data there. If there is a donation happens, that has to come to the blockchain. It can be now mapped. Whomever has registered first, that fellow will get, instead of it going to the influential people. You see the way blood donation happens. You can get the blood only for people who have registered, irrespective of he is rich or poor or influential or non-influential. See, wherever there is an opportunity for people to influence and to change the way things flow, we can pull in blockchain there, and it's going to be a game changer. So I'm just giving you some of the instances. If you are interested in working further on blockchain related issues, blockchain related challenges, you can let me know. You drop me email ID there in the chat box, and you can definitely ping me. I'll be very happy to guide you through, and I can help you also.
First, the customer places the order. The data goes onto the blockchain. This includes what he has ordered, when he has ordered, what is the cost, what is the component, like all the attributes of the order comes into picture. Then the order will be shipped. Order will be packaged for shipping. So that packaging information with the dimension details, weight details, all those things go into blockchain. Once it is shipped, it goes to the carrier section. All the details which include the dimension, the weight can be validated there, and if there is a deviation, we find it out with our approach, where we say that what we tried to ship is 1 kg component, but what you are showing now is only 800 grams component, so there is a chance that you have altered it. Let's verify and validate at each stage. So we have an ID at each and every stage where we can use it to say if the component has been received at the right shape, right dimension, as such it was sent from the source, that is validated 100% in our approach. Now, what is the other detail that will go into the blockchain? The invoice generation and the shipment creation details go onto it. The last mile delivery go onto it. The return and replacement go onto it. Now, as a simple approach, I am telling you an example. I am ordering a watch again. The details of the watch, including the price, everything goes to the blockchain. Now they are packaging it. Once they pack it, the dimensions, everything will be ready at the source, and that goes onto the blockchain. And once it is shipped, the shipper will validate it by the time they receive the component for the weight and dimensions. And if it is all equal, if it is all the same, they ship it. That goes onto the hands of the last mile delivery person. There he validates it before he accepts it for delivery. And if it is all okay, only then it will be sent to the next level. And the customer validates it at the end of the day for making sure that whatever shipped has been received properly in proper shape. All these are done completely with blockchain approach, and we are going to show you a demo for it. And most importantly, we have given 2 Android apps, one for customer and one for the manager or the authority. The authority can track each and every packaging, every shipment properly, where the customer can track the status of each and every order without any problem, and this goes on with ease. You will see the demo of the complete implementation plus the complete validation and the workflow very soon right now, and we hope you like this approach. We are going to demonstrate you how exactly our implementation works through this demo. This real-time demo would help you in understanding our proposal as well as the implementation. Let's head right away to the demo. You can see that we have got a file org.pitney.hack.cto. It is nothing but command table output file where we clearly define all our participants. The seller, shipper, customer, delivery person, authority are the most important participants in our project. Now we are defining the assets, locations, shipment, product, transport. All these are going to be the assets, and inside that you can see, for example, for the product, we have captured the product ID, price, dimension, type, weight, etc. Similarly, we have captured the most important attributes for each and every asset. So all these together are clearly defined in this file, and it helps out. And finally, we have got something very important called as transaction. This transaction is nothing but the shipping, and we are going to talk about this in another file called as logic.js, where we have defined what clearly is happening here. Old dimension, if it is matching the newly obtained dimension, then no damage is there and it is all good. If the old dimension is not matching with the new dimension of the inventory or the package, then there is a damage found. Similarly, the old weight, the old status, everything can be tracked with ease, and we can now compare from state to state, level to level, one stage to another stage, if things are coming properly, if the inventories are coming properly through our approach. Now, we are going to the next stage, where I'm going to open a link where you will see much more details and you can understand our scenario much better. We have got the Hyperledger Composer REST server. We have used the RESTful approach. Now, we are seeing each and every participant in this entire system, and for first, the authority. What is the authority all about? What are all his profile details is what we are seeing right in front of you. Similarly, for the customer, he is a participant, and what all details regarding his profile can all be captured here, and this is done with ease. You can see that all these details for this customer 1, customer 2, customer 3 with the ID C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, etc. are all captured here, and this helps us to understand the details of the customers clearly. Similarly, for the delivery person, we have got all these, and we are capturing the name of the delivery person plus the firm which is delivering. For example, in this case, FedEx is what you have seen just now. Similarly, asset called location. From which location are we ordering? For example, you can see right now, and the GPS coordinates are captured. Address and GPS coordinates are captured for each and every inventory or the order. Similarly, we have got order. This is an asset, and again, in the order, when you search for the content, you get the clear details of order ID, the customer ID, the product, the seller, and most importantly, the location. All these are captured, and you are seeing it in front of you. Next, we are going to go to the product. The product itself is what we are going to see. So what are all the things we should have? We should have the class, the product ID, the price, the dimension, the type, the weight, and the seller. All these for each and every product is captured. Whatever you are selling, we capture all this information here. Similarly, the seller details are captured in the next wing, and we are showing it right now. The seller ID, the company name, the locations. We have obtained this data through our own creation, but in case of the real-time implementation, we'll take the data from you. Shipment details are now available in front of you, and they are captured real-time as well. The class, tracking ID, the order ID, the status of the package in this stage. I'm receiving the package right now. It is in good state right now. Who is servicing it? The weight, the dimension, the number of pieces, everything is tracked. So at every stage, I can track the shipment status. Then it is as important as shipment to understand the shipper details also. Who is the shipper? What is the transport location? What is the number of carriers? What is the return policy? From which warehouse it is coming? Pricing policy, transit time. All these are captured for each and every shipper as well. Now, this is becoming much more easier to understand when you go to transport. Now, this is an asset. So what is transport all about? Very simple. It should let you know what is the carrier ID, what is the transportation mode, by road or by flight, what is the capacity, what is the driver ID. All these are captured. This enables you to track each and everything which would fail. Then the warehouse. Whatever important details are required for warehouse, including the capacity, security, location, or you can tell us what more you need to add. We can add that also for your implementation purpose, and that's what we are showing you right now. And one very important point that we need to understand is the shipping, which is by itself the transaction. So we are seeing it right now, and this gives you the complete information about the shipping. The class, the shipment, the shipper, dimension, weight, transaction ID, and timestamp. All these are perfectly captured for each and every order that has been received. This is how we have written this, and this is how you are seeing it in the Hyperledger Composer, which is based on a RESTful approach. For each and every package, we are tracking it without fail, and you can also filter and find out. For example, here I am searching a package named T5, the order name T5. When I give it, I get the complete information with ease in seconds. So you get the shipper detail, dimension detail, weights, transaction ID, everything is available in front of you within seconds. So you can feel that this is absolutely real time, this is very safe, and no tampering possible with this approach. Now, it is always easy to go with a very simple UI for the administrator. So whatever you have seen there is Hyperledger way of seeing it. Now we have also created an UI which can help you in understanding things better. First, assets. So in the assets, you will have all the location details with GPS coordinates, including the address. So this is all available for the admin or anybody to track. Then the shipment details, all the shipments, tracking ID with T1, T2, T3, T4, T5 is what is available. The status, service type, packaging time, number of pieces, dimension, weight, shipper, all these are available, and this is all retrieved from our blockchain. So that's the most important point for you. This is completely updated with the blockchain data, which is never tamperable and which is always perfect. Similarly, the transport details are available with the carrier ID, transportation mode, driver ID, capacity, and actions. Finally, the warehouse details are also available with the capacity, security, and location details. If you let us know what more you want to add in this, we can add that and update it for your facility as well. Now, in the participants, you can see the customer details are available. So, customer C1, customer name Sachin, location. Similarly, seller details are available. S1, S2, S3, S4, S5 is available. Shipper, delivery location, all these, whatever I have explained you sometime back in the Hyperledger Composer, is all available here for your quicker reference, but in a much easier way. So, the admin need not know anything technically or anything tougher is there waiting there for him to learn to use this blockchain based approach. We made it very easy and it's going to be very safe as well. And the authority ID, all these details are also available. And the final one is nothing but the transaction where shipping is involved. Shipment, shipper, dimension, weight, transaction ID, timestamp, all these can be available, and this is what is available in the shipping as you have seen some time back. For your reference, we are showing it right now again as well. Here you go with our Android app that we have designed for the manager and the customer one after another. Initially, we are launching the manager app. I'm typing the username and the password. So once the password is typed, I can use the show password option as well to see the password in case you need that assistance. I'm showing it right now. Once it is all done, I'm going to track the shipments with the customer ID. Customer ID is C1. And now you can see that the complete details of the products and the orders that are given by C1 are displayed. Now we are trying with C2. This is just to show you the versatility of the app as well as the complete information that the app provides you. Now it is C3. We've got one more, which is nothing but C4, for you to understand how exactly it works for different customers. So this is all real time, and this is a very simple user interface that we have designed. And you can see it covers the order ID, product ID, seller, and the location all in one shot. Now I'm going to track with the shipment, and we can go with QR code scanning. You can see that I'm scanning it right now, and now you have got it. With that, you can search for it, and once you search, you will get the complete details about the shipment ID, dimension, and from where to where it has gone. If you are not familiar with scanning, you can also type and search for the shipment info. It's all available in front of you, all with a simple touch.
That's it. So you now could have understood very clearly that the possibilities are really infinite when it comes to using blockchain. And I recommend you to try it out very clearly. Wherever possible, you can use blockchain, particularly in healthcare applications. It finds a real major chance and opportunity for us to go ahead with. And many hackathons are conducted on blockchain right now, and multiple platforms have come out. The simplest and the easiest one is to go with Hyperledger Composer, or you can go with Ethereum as well. So as I told you, I'm currently working on a couple of healthcare products as well for hackathons and research article related stuff. And that's it pretty much. So applications are plenty. Give it a try. I'm available on YouTube as well. You can type Sri Ramasdevan and you can get my channel there. And I teach everything over there: machine learning, deep learning, embedded systems, IoT, anything. And if you need any help, please feel free to reach me. Thank you very much, the entire group, for giving me the opportunity. And I hope I did not bore you guys. Stay safe. And if you have any questions, you can type that in the chat box. I'll be able to take them. Thank you.